Welcome to Golf in the Cosmos, where physics meets the fairway and the universe takes a swing at your mind. I'm here with Kcon in Studio 3. What's up, man?
How we doing?
Yo.
Glad to be here. Glad to finally hit Studio 3. We got the Newport Beach background. You know, you can't see, but it's in the let's see if I get. Oh, yep, back there, the wedge.
Can't beat that, man. What a view. What a view there. I mean, that gotta love Studio 3. I mean, what I think we have we've done about this is our third studio. We've done
28 episodes, you said?
Yeah, we're on episode 28, you know.
28, yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
We've done some virtuals. Nice. Your audio's good now. Confirmed by Andrew. That's great.
Thank you, sir.
So thanks everyone for joining us. Yeah, this is episode 28, man. I mean, we've made it this far. I'm stoked on this studio though. This one's
I know, it's pretty
sweet.
nice.
Yeah. This one's great.
We definitely lucked out with the weather here in April, and
Right. That's for sure.
we should definitely utilize this more often if possible.
You know, and as we were talking about earlier, I mean, we made it through the Masters. I honestly kind of have a Masters hangover, and it's not from alcohol. It's just kind of too much golf.
Yep.
Which is a good thing. You know, it's nice, but it was hard for me to watch, you know, last weekend after the Masters.
It's super tough. I mean, we were just discussing before this. Watching the Masters, you kind of focus. You know, you build up the whole PGA Tour season all the way up to the Masters, and because you're so stoked, and then you watch it, you're like, I got to go out and get to play. You know, and then they have RBC Heritage right after its signature event, which is an awesome event. It's such a great golf course, but man, I wasn't really able to watch it on the weekend.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and then I was stoked on playing. I think I got a couple rounds in right after the Masters, and it was awesome. But the last thing I wanted to do was like watch more golf, and it's never going to be the same production quality as the Masters. That's just the gold standard.
Exactly.
You know.
But I mean, we did get a good showing. I mean, we got Scotty back out there, and he made a good run. Fitzpatrick just held off, and you know, it'd been really cool if Scotty made one. It's again same with the Masters. He just needed to make one more, and or actually they went to a playoff, and Fitzpatrick got him. Yeah, sorry,
Scotty hit it bad. They were into some wind, but Scotty had kind of a chunked shot. It just didn't.
I didn't get to see it. I was following on my phone. I just had like the play-by-play on the PGA Tour app, which I always love because it shows you where people hit the ball.
Yeah.
So at least you get some sort of.
Fitzpatrick really stepped it up. Honestly, he really did.
Yeah.
It was impressive to see him kind of hit such a clutch shot. But man, in the playoff, he really went for gold. Like he pin seeked and almost didn't get away with it, but then pulled it off. And it was almost like a blessing that he had the first shot. His drive wasn't that good, so he was up first. And then he ends up just hitting us this perfect shot.
That puts the pressure on him.
Probably one of the best shots of his life, you know, to land it there. To be able to make the birdie.
Yeah.
Honestly, Scotty couldn't even hit the par because it was already done at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, he made a pretty good putt. Or a really good putt, right? It was about...
Fitz?
Yeah.
It was
I thought it was about 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
But that was the same putt that he had on hole 18 to make his par to just win it outright.
True.
So he kind of knew the line. He hit it right to his spot. He was like, oh, I've been here before. It's doing this, this, and this. So
Right.
Pretty
it's
awesome.
It's true. Yeah. No, we were talking about earlier, too. Shout out to Tony Krasinski. He got a new driver. Great.
Yeah,
round
we
today,
were talking about how... you know, the Masters juiced everyone up to go out and golf rather than sit back and watch. And we all forgot,
Right, the frost has melted.
Yeah.
Right, for everyone in America. So welcome
exactly.
back
The courses are open, and they're ready for you to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Tony was out there in New York City, and getting he shot like 80 or 82, which is great. You know, really good score for him, and I'm stoked. I'm going to be playing with him in May, so I'm really excited to see. You know where his game's at by then.
Definitely.
You know, he's warming up nicely.
He's also our third scramble partner in our tournament in New York as well. So
yeah. Oh, did he confirm?
Yeah, he did confirm.
Nice, Tony.
So that's why I almost because we asked him yesterday, and then he's out golfing today. So he's got
it's all connected.
He's got a few rounds coming up here in May. So
it's all connected.
It's all connected. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, I want to get a video out soon of a scramble, either a 2v2. That's been really popular on YouTube Golf right now, 2v2 scrambles.
Yep.
Either that or a 4-man scramble, try to break 59. That's the other one, too.
So Andrew and I were talking after our round on Sunday. We were just talking about, like, you know, trying to get in 36 holes someday. I'm thinking about, like, because JB was talking about for his birthday, he won 36, and we were like, think about the best method to make a tournament out of it. So we were thinking, like, maybe even going in the morning, you play by yourself, like you just individual, everyone plays, and then second round, you do scramble, and it's like you take your score from the first round minus your handicap, plus your scramble score, and then whoever has the best score after that.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty cool. I mean,
you just have to pick a team for the scramble. That's the key, right? It's a team similar to the Zurich, which we'll get into more later. But they're 2-2. Day 1 and 3 is best ball. Day 3 and 4 is foursome. So it's alternate shot.
Oh, it is not just straight the whole way through. I thought it was just straight the whole way through.
No, it's team golf. Yeah.
So they really do like kind of Ryder Cup style a little bit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's best ball half, and then alternate shot for half. And what's crazy is there's a cut at 33, top 33 teams, I want to say. This is for the Zurich. This is the team golf event in TPC, Louisiana.
Yeah. New Orleans.
Yep, New Orleans. And they'll do a cut, and then on day 4, it's going to be alternate shot, which things get really – that's always interesting, the strategy around who's going to start, because you can pick who goes first.
True.
And you're kind of doing it based on, okay, the par 5, we want you to have the tee shot on that one, depending on your strengths and weaknesses. Right?
Do we know if there's any rules to or any guidelines to how you have to play? Like, does each person have to start a different hole, or is it?
You have to switch off, I believe.
So every hole. So it's like, let's say I start on hole 1. Even if you putt
doesn't matter.
The final, you still okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Then you can really manage that as a planning aspect.
Well, you can plan on it. Yeah. So you'll know for a fact that you're teeing off on whatever hole. This is going to be the hole. You can guarantee that.
Definitely.
Right. So, but yeah, something like that. I mean, I really think for YouTube Golf, for our videos, like I'm looking to finish up the Jurassic Cup tonight. So that should be coming out like in the morning. So that's gonna be one of our more long form videos. I'm looking forward to that. But I think what YouTube wants to see though is team stuff.
I think so too.
So we got to get into that a little bit more and get over the fact that, hey, you're not going to post an individual score today.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Exactly. We're just out there and we're just trying to go low. And I really think that that would be great, because you'll be able to have a lot more scoring opportunities. So there's a lot more action instead of when we're filming each other. We're not. I'm safe to say that we're not hitting the greatest shots every single time, but we're good at recovery. We're good at scoring. So.
Yeah, I know. It's just the team stuff is a little more fun to watch, to your point.
Definitely.
Right? I mean, it just gets and I don't know why there's this maybe it's because we pay for our tee times that everyone thinks I'm entitled to a score today. But it's like, dude, let's just play a scramble, and maybe you don't get to hit a putt or something.
Yeah, no, I think
it's the end of the world. Maybe
the concept behind that though is more of like, you only get to golf. Some people only get to golf once a week, and so they want to hit every shot. You want to golf's all about the highs and the lows, and if you're playing scramble, you ain't getting any lows except for missing a putt for a birdie or something like that.
Yeah.
So some of that is like, how do you do outside the trees? Like, you're stuck behind this shot? Like, I can't even take a drop because it's so crappy. It's like, what do? Do you take your medicine and just pump it out, or do you try to gain some yardage? And the psychological effect is always like,
I just think
the draw of golf too.
For sure. But we're in the business of YouTube golf now, so it's like if we're gonna be making videos.
It needs to be established before we get there. We're not showing up and then we're just going, all right, well, we're just gonna do this. It's
I was thinking about hiring filmers for Sunday and just surprising everyone. Going, pick your team, let's go.
That would be sick. We're playing Journeys out in Pechanga. It's a great course.
Yeah.
It's got some absolutely ridiculous holes that you're just like, what is this?
Right. Yeah, I just thought to do a two-man tournament with 8 people. I almost need like 3 to 4 filmers.
Yeah,
that's the thing to do it right. But I was thinking of getting them to come for only 9 holes. So doing team event for 9 holes, and then back 9 everyone plays straight.
Okay.
Separate bets on that. I was toying with that idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any quarrels with it. So.
Yeah. I mean. We'll see. I think that will be the future though, because I'm seeing a lot of the big YouTubers getting into 2v2 scrambles.
I like it. I think
that's the next level. I think of that's the next thing for us. To do.
There's so much to it. I mean, there's scoring and there's actually competition, because everyone's kind of like in the woods. You don't really have to use your handicap as much to stay in the hole. You got And you got the team aspect, which is always fun.
Especially if you pair the right handicaps together, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
You can play straight because no one wants to see net stuff on YouTube. I'm sorry.
No, I know
That is too hard to watch.
Yeah, you want to like understand what they're doing the whole time, and
well, we've at least figured out if anything, you do FedEx Cup style, you adjust it beforehand.
You go minus.
Miller's starting at -10.
Oh yeah, we have some of those Muni Cups you got to get out there too. So
I have one uncut Muni Cup.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean if you guys are listening and you're a good golf video editor, hit me up because I could use some help with.
It's causing some strain.
We got some like backlog.
Yeah,
that's for sure. The content's not the issue. It's
it's
the editing, which I guess is a good problem to have.
It's a very good problem to have.
Yeah. But I feel bad for Jack, our filmer. He hasn't gotten it much work because I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna hire you for more until I get these. I'm almost like the backlog's too big to get more content.
Do you think he has anyone that he knows of?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm still figuring out the baseline, but it's really just now I'm realizing it someone could do it. It's not like it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
So we'll get there. Just episode 28, guys. Thanks for if you're with us early, you're an early adopter here of Golf in the Cosmos. We thank you very much. And then I still haven't seen pictures of those hats, guys and gals. Some new hats went out to some of the gals. I would like. Are those did they just get sold on the secondhand market? Or
I mean, from firsthand experience, it is being used.
Okay.
I apologize. I have not got you.
Well, you're not the only one
in the action. So
no, that's totally understood. But yeah, some of we made some wags. Some wag swag, if you will. So.
No, she took it with. Yeah, she took it with her to. She's going to New York and Chicago.
Hopefully, they're all streaming the live stream right now. This is one of the first pods. This actually is the first real podcast that we've live streamed on YouTube.
That's true.
This is the first one. So the inaugural one, that's freaking epic.
Yeah.
We live streamed the Masters Companion, but that technically wasn't a pod. This is like an episode 28 official pod being live streamed on YouTube. And if you were here from the beginning, you would have heard the audio issues that will get cut later.
That we did not know we were on still.
Luckily, somebody was listening and told us. But no, that was good to know. But so I mean, in the news, right, the live stuff has been, I think we kind of titled this episode, prefaced it with like Bryson's future. That was one of the big topics. He actually came out with an interview today in support of Liv, saying, but his language that he used, I don't know if you can pull up some of his quotes. It was a podcast that it was either a podcast or an article, an interview he did. But basically, his language was so vague. It was like, yeah, if Liv continues, I will.
He'll fully support it. He'll continue on.
Support.
Yeah, he wants it. He was talking about how it's a startup. There's gonna be crunches and expansions. So, which I mean, to his credit, yeah, that's great. But there was also news reports like, well, you're also pushing for $500 million to sign a new contract at the end of 2026.
Yeah, he won't say that.
So where do you really stand?
Right. Yeah, and I think. I think the answers sounded a lot like someone who's on contract. He's signed with them. He can't throw them under the bus. Those rumors.
Exactly.
There was the rumors that during Masters Week he was meeting with. I love that quote. Bryson was meeting with other organizations on what he could do if Liv closes. What other organizations are they talking about? Where else is it going to go?
Well, the funny part is,
other than the PGA Tour.
At the end of this, I think it's really funny because through everything about like Liv and what's been going on recently, it's the DP World Tour is just sitting there like, come on, baby, crash because we'll take all you guys, and then the DP World Tour will just
I know. I love
have this epic like.
That's so true. They have this like great policy of like we'll take you.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Right, our attendance will spike, right, 100%.
But even then, I think what really brought up the whole Bryson conversation between us over here, we saw a bunch of stuff online, and just frustrations coming off the Masters, and him not making the cut, as well as there was clips on social media about him in the rough at the Mexico tournament, and then he missed the putt, and he like. Totally did this and then he started kind of
His
I would say, like,
attitude,
his attitude is like
was an issue. I
exactly.
thought.
So it's
Yeah.
we're concerned that is he getting back to the old Bryson? Because like when he went to live, he became this new Bryson that like I love him. Like there are people like John Rahm and Cameron Smith who went to live, and it's like I don't even follow them anymore. I don't know what they're doing. They were doing so well in the PGA. I loved them there, but once they went to live, I didn't. But like Bryson, I didn't like on live as much, or sorry, on PGA as much. But once he switched, he became a good, fun-loving guy, enjoyed golf. And
Yeah.
so I think that's where, I was thinking when just seeing these short clips on social media, he just looks like his attitude's dropping. And
Well,
I just...
Yeah, I know. You almost lost some respect for him.
I did a little bit.
And
that's not even... I did pick him to win the Masters for our one and done, and I still don't care about that. It's more of... It's like, wow, like, is he actually starting to...
Right.
Is his cocky attitude coming back?
Right. Well, I think he has. I think he's in flux. I think things are in flux for him for sure right now. I think that he doesn't like the position that all of a sudden he's in, and this is kind of part of what you get for joining a startup. And a PR firm wrote a lot of those lines for him.
Yep.
I think. He just posted a YouTube video that he played in March. It was filmed in March, so they have a backlog too.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
So.
It's common.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's to be seen. And then Brooks Koepka at the Zurich got asked, what his take is on it. He was pretty silent. He's like, I've been texting with some of the guys, and if they're good, I'm good. So that's like kind of all we got from him.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a little bit of silence.
Brooks is kind of funny. He's just like, I want out of this whole conversation.
Well, that was the thing. He was like, "Didn't I? I thought you guys were done talking about this." And it's like, well, we're actually not done.
Just a picture of him waiting to his first alternate for the RBC, and
right.
It's like, I'm here now, guys. Like, don't.
Right. Yep. Exactly. So, let me see. Let me just double check here with our.
Oh, Dustin
streamer.
Johnson's another one of those guys who went over to live that you don't really see much of.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a lot of these guys are kind of becoming old news.
Yeah.
Right. I mean that's half the argument. Like, would they ever come back to the PGA Tour?
I think so, and then give them a year on the tour, and then they'll be back to competing again. Like we can see
You
it with
think?
Brooks. Like he's getting a little better.
Oh, it's going
every
to take
tournament,
them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Andrew confirmed we're still live. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Because I'm not getting any. Let me see if there's any comments here. You know what? This one might tell me. Let's see. Reset. Well, that's good though that something's working here. Whatever. And then. Cam Smith for sure has a future. I mean, of winning, that guy could still win a major.
Oh, definitely, I agree.
Are you checking the comments? Do you see
I was
them?
just making sure that we are. I was just double checking.
The real question is the link that we sent on the Insta?
Yeah,
is that one working? We should almost ask Andrew to check that.
Join the conversation to interact with the creator and others watching this live, but you can't open the panel to join it. Oh. Okay.
But so as far as, what's funny is on our one and done, you can pick one player from the team. So I picked Alex Fitzpatrick.
Oh, you did?
Because I didn't have to waste.
I know. I just feel like
yeah. I'm never gonna pick Alex to win a tournament, but I know his team could win.
I just don't feel like those guys ever go back to back really on tournaments, unless you're like Scotty and like kind of wild. But I mean, he wants to probably win it for his brother. I mean, I'm not sure what the what do you get if so let's say Alex wins. Does he get his tour card for 2 years?
Oh, that's a good question.
What are the implications that come from this? That's actually.
Yeah.
So I went with I've been liking Kevin Roy's play lately, but I went with Max McGreevy, his partner.
Okay.
And we've seen Max McGreevy go real low on round one and stuff like that. So I figured, fun little pick. I have no clue what to do at this. Also, we're not doing picks this week because it is a team tournament. So apologize for that. Cosmos research has not been updated for this tournament, and we will get back to that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the team event. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, who's really betting on that? You know,
Still PGA. There are people betting everywhere.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess you guys can't rely on us for the team event. But okay, Andrew's saying the Insta link is not working. I gotta update that.
Oh, because we did the wrong one.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, because when I made that new
We didn't-
broadcast, it did something weird. But here's the good link. At least get that out to the people. Okay, well, tell me. I got this. Tell me about your golf, man. You won a USAM Tour event recently, and you shot 1 under.
Yeah, so that was Los Serranos, Chino Hills. I was actually playing with some of I'm in the second flight, but I was playing with some of the guys in the first flight. And, I just had one of those days where putting. There was occasions where I played it safe. There was this water, the pin was short. I was like, I'm just going to go 10 yards past, try to make a putt. Guess what? Made the putt. It's like, you play it that way. It was fun. So that's kind of how the day went. I didn't have any sand shots. I was in the trees occasionally, but the gods favored me, and they bounced my ball back into at least no trees in front of me. We did just play Strawberry Farms as well, and that was a little bit more of a turmoil. You played as well. You played both tournaments.
Yeah. Talk about different courses.
Different course. There's no room for error. If you hit a bad shot, you're going out. I hit 8 over total, but +6 on par 3s. No explanation, but so I ended up with 4th place, 1 behind the leader. I played with the guy who won. He was lights out, man. His putting was on fire, and I am upset because I wasn't closer to him to put some pressure on him, because he was kind of playing very freely, like he wasn't in a tournament, and it makes such a difference. He never had like an ounce of sweat like going on. All of a sudden, he's just draining a putt. It's like, you should never make that putt, but it's 13 feet, breaks hard to right to left, and guy makes it for birdie. It's like, what are you going to do at that point?
Right.
But he did melt down at the final few holes, and that's when I wish I was in contention, but it is what it is. I'll take 4th. I'm upset that I lost by only 1, so.
No, I mean, I like how that tour has been taking us into competitive rounds. It's been putting us in new positions. I feel like I've been learning a ton about myself, about my game, about where I'm at. And it's all leading up to nationals, which is a 4-day tournament in September. It's going to be in Oregon.
Sun River.
Yeah, and you already qualified because you
qualified from last year, top 5.
Top 5 last year. I still need to qualify. This is the USAM Tour. Shout out USAM Tour.
It's a fun tour for any of avid golfers who just want to play in some sort of tournament setting. It's a blast, and if you win, you get a trophy, and then you get gift cards to your local golf shop, or even like an Amex gift card. So it's pretty sweet.
It really is.
Yeah.
It you make your money back, and it's just it's good to get into competition. Something different than playing with your boys.
Yeah, and you really realize it's like,
right?
When I think it was the second par 3, hole 6 or 7 at Strawberry, and I ended up having to take a drop, but there was a drop zone, so I had to go all the way 100 yards back, go hit that shot, 3-putted for a 6, which it destroyed me. But from then on, it's like, okay, how do I mitigate my score without blowing up? It's like, all right, let's just do an iron off the tee here. Let's just get it on the green in the regulation. And it kind of like makes you think a little harder, because your score is being posted. It's against multiple people.
Right.
And then you're like, someone else might blow up too. So if I can mitigate my losses, this might happen. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, like I said, I got 4th by 1 place. And
yeah,
it's just fun to go through that mental complex where you're like, don't even shoot at the hole anymore. Just go to the green, try to 1-putt, tap in for the bar, and see those things, those pars just.
Yeah, no,
keep going.
Look, the USAM Tour, the reason I really like it is if you're a listener and you've never played, let's say you never played high school golf, this is a great opportunity to feel the pressure and then people kind of in the tour will teach you some of the rules maybe you didn't know in a nice way too. It's very accepting. You're playing in a flight with people in your handicap, but everyone is very good at knowing the rules. And I think that's an exercise that people who want to get more serious about golf I think they should do that because they kind of, I don't blame them. You just didn't play competitively ever in your life. Maybe you just picked up the game.
It is
like
funny
6
seeing
years
that.
ago, and I meet a lot of guys like that on the tour. We've just been playing since high school, but not everyone has. And there's a lot to gain from getting competitive, and it'll make you, feel, it'll kind of wake you up. It's kind of fun.
Definitely. I mean, like going back to the guy who was winning in our group, what high school golf got us is like it's 18 holes. It's not 15. It's not 12. It's like you have to still perform through 18.
Right.
And you can see like the mentality just started lowering every 16, 17, 18. And he couldn't close out. But it's like, I'm not speaking as an expert at closing out. I'm just saying that we know it's 18. We know you still have a lot of battle left. You can't just like celebrate before. You got to still mitigate, still play. And this gets you the grinds there. Also, no gimmies, so you can't take gimmies.
Right.
So
it's big.
It makes you make those 3-footers that are swinging or 2-footers. Evens happens. Like I've seen guys 3-putt from a foot out, and it's just it happens. And your legs start shaking, your arms start shaking, your next tee shot.
And I
fun.
think that it's good to feel that. I think people who want to get more serious about the game. Don't get me wrong. If you just like going out and just having fun and that's all you're in it for, I don't blame you at all. But if you are trying to, chase kind of like how I am, chasing a lower handicap, chasing something, putting yourself in competitive pressure situations, this tour gives you an opportunity to do it at a cheap price that.
At great courses, by the way,
at
too.
Nice courses
with great tee times.
And the people are good in it. I have nothing bad to say about it.
And even
honestly.
the people you meet, they're just like you. I mean, they're just out there they're there to have fun and compete. They're not like, you did this, you did that. It's like, obviously if a ruling comes up, you're gonna decide it officially, or like make sure that's the best ruling. But pretty much everyone's there doing the same thing we're doing. Just they want to go out, play some golf, and there was a tournament this week, and they just decided to join that rather than go play with their friends.
Yeah. Open your Instagram when you get a chance, because I think Andrew may have posted the new link, and then I think you have Golf in the Cosmos on there too.
It never connected though. That's the bad part.
But just check if we can repost that link from Andrew. You can repost his story. Did you find it?
Yeah, it's right.
Oh, nice.
So I can repost it.
Repost that. Oh, nice. Andrew wants to call in. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We can get a call in.
And then just go to the top.
I know. Yeah, I got you.
See if it'll switch to mine.
The thing is, remember, it didn't. We were playing at the Brookside at USAM Tour, and I was trying to film him on the final 2 holes. But his wooden. He kept approving on his phone. Do you want to try that? I can go to your phone.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's either going to work or it's not, because that could really mess up the camera. Okay, so we have a caller who wants to come in. Yeah, it's fine.
It's not fine.
All right, Andrew's going to live call in. He wants to talk about the blade.
Oh, yes. Okay, so
versus mallet.
Andrew has recently switched to hitting his Scotty Cameron blade.
Yo.
What's up, Andrew? How we doing?
Yo, check it again.
Good check. Yo, how's it going?
Good.
Nice. Yeah, it's been a good show so far, guys. I think talking about some good stuff. The USAM Tour, it's pretty cool. I used it this week to do a little test, and it was fun.
So Andrew, you switched out from your mallet to your blade, right?
Yep. I went from my TaylorMade Spider, which is not like the standard Spider. It's kind of more of a twin tail, to my Scotty Newport 2.5, which is just a basic blade putter.
Interesting. And what was your take on the whole experience? I mean, I think you had 28 putts or something.
I had only 26 putts, and what was funny about it is I hadn't made the decision until 5 minutes before the tee time. I brought both putters to the practice green, hit putts with both, and at the end of it, I said, this is a worthy test. Like, what am I going to lose? I played well with the blade on Wednesday before the tournament, and it just was like, it felt so different, where the the blade, like, I'll get into this, but that blade lacks feel, but it gains consistency and like consistent roll. But the blade, you gain so much feel and just lose a little bit of consistency. But with that feel, you can drain putts that you would never really be able to make with the mallet unless you just got lucky.
Andrew, what's your confidence level from the blade inside 5 or 6 feet to like outside? What do you like better? Do you compare that? What if comparison to a mallet? Like, how does that affect everything? So we were talking about this after the round.
Yeah, no, what I'd say is it's those straight uphill putts that can be tricky with the mallet, because if you knock it just a little off the line, your intended line, it's like it's not going to get back on that line, of course. Or with the mallet, I put a line on my ball, and with the mallet, I'm much more consistent rolling that line end over end. But so many times I misread putts anyway, so that line's wrong. But to answer your question, it's like in that 4 to 8 foot range, straight putt, I could probably make more with the mallet. But the second you take me outside 8 feet, and there's a little bit of break, I'll probably make an equal amount, if not a little more, with the blade.
Yeah, and to add on top of that, because I did see you make a good, that one par 3 that I got, or no, that was the only par 3 that I parred, but you you were all over the place and drained about a 17-foot par putt.
I think 25 feet breaking right to left and
exactly.
Dropped.
And then I think you had 2 more that just like, we were talking about, I was like, dude, I mean, you made the hole 1, you made that par putt. You were talking about, I was like, I don't know if I should have the blade or not. I'm like, your putting's been fantastic. What about holes 1 and 2, And then you went on to drain that 1 putt and.
Yeah, I think the main thing was there were 2 birdie putts that were about 4 to 5 feet.
Yes, you missed that tiny.
5 feet that I missed. Wow. And it was like, what the hell?
That was the short. That was the short par 4.
Wow.
Right? Or no, it was the one before that.
It was number 5.
Number 5, yes.
Hey, well, thanks for the call in, Andrew. That's great insight on the blade versus mallet. The debate will continue. I'll tell you that. It's not over yet.
I'm sticking to my mallet.
Thanks, man.
You gotta have both. Thanks, guys.
That was great. Yeah, I mean,
thanks for calling in, Andrew.
I know. Yeah, Andrew, thanks. Yeah, that was good too, because he was listening to the live stream, and we've had so much technical crap that we don't even know. Like, we're like, is it working or not? But so he's like, "What's up, guys? I've been listening." It's like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because we can't see the comments, so we're just. I know people probably, because Andrew's like, "Can you see the comments?" I'm like, "No, it's not connecting for us."
There wasn't. No, I saw Andrew's comment actually on the side over here.
Okay, that's good.
But
no. Either way, guys. I mean, thanks. Kev, thanks for joining episode 28, Studio 3. Thanks for having us at your studio, and it's been a I feel like it's been crazy since the Masters, honestly.
Yeah.
So hopefully things will get back to some sort of normal, and then we'll have another major.
It's been a little period,
Right,
so
right.
I think next is what, PGA Championship.
Yeah, in like late May or something. So
yeah,
let's
always
get the
May.
dates on that, but that's going to be a good one.
And then shout out to Miller, who successfully called Cam Young at the Players and Matt Fitzpatrick. If you really want to follow us at RBC Heritage, but if you really want to follow someone to place bets on, I think he's the one.
Yeah, he's first in our one and done league, first in our all leagues. And guys has the hot hand.
He does. He always goes, "I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going out on a limb here."
Yeah. So he's been traveling this week, but we'll have him back. We'll be back hopefully in Studio 2 next week. I think that'd be proper. Get everyone back at the Sim studio.
Definitely.
And then we'll see what Miller's picks will be.
Yeah, and then one more. Can I do one more last comment?
Of course.
Ducks game 2.
Yes,
they finally made it to the playoffs, so we're just rooting for them tonight.
And Lakers won last night. What a great win too. If we got to rep Orange County here or I guess Southern California. Yeah, but the Lakers killed it last night, and then Ducks game tonight. Yeah.
Ducks game tonight. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on, Kev. This has been a blast, and I'm glad we were able to successfully do this. So
yeah, thanks to all the listeners with us live. Thanks for bearing with us with those tech difficulties. But first live stream podcast, always going to be some humps, but we made it past it, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you guys.